Hello, this is Fighting Irish Turn 10.4 and 10.5 for the British Commonwealth and the Free French. Operation Live and Let Die. It is the Commonwealth Turn. Let's do some tech rolls. Let's do radar. Radar, you need a 7 or better, and wartime economy, you need 7 or better. Here's radar. Got a 6 and 4 wartime economy. Got an 8, so wartime economy graduates to full breakthrough right there. Okay, let's move on to the buys. Buying 2 infantry, 1 seaplane, 1 light cruiser, 1 AA, 1 artillery, and 1 militia. Total of $27. Let's move on to the Indians. We're starting the construction for a major dry dock upgrade. A militia for this flag. Looks like 3 militia, 2 gherkins, and 1 marine. And for the Anzacs, we're upgrading 1 militia, saving 3 IPP. For the attacks, okay. For the Battle of C-Zone 123, everything got changed, so what's left of C-Zone 123 is 2 light cruisers for the Japanese. They will be taken on, they will defend at a... What does light cruisers defend at? 5. They will defend at 5. What is attacking them is this medium bomber. They go at a 7. This fighter from Sumatra will get into the battle at a 6. This coastal sub is coming over at a 2. And this Anzac sub, 1, 2, 3, will also be into that fight. So it would be 4 on 3 on that one. This coastal sub will move to C-Zone 89 to convoy the line. Let's see if there's any more combat. Oh yes, take this destroyer from C-Zone 79. Going 1, 2, 3, up to 22 to go after this sub in C-Zone 22. That seaplane goes 1, 2 to go sub hunting there. Carpet bombing. We're taking the bomber out of London and going into Paris to carpet bomb there. Any more combat? I don't think there's any more combat, so let's start there. Let's start with this sub right here in C-Zone 22. I have a destroyer and a seaplane. Seaplane, I believe, rolls at a 3 for the sub, and the destroyer gets a 4. Okay, here is for the destroyer. It's a hit, so the sub will get a retaliation shot at a 3. It missed with a 6, so the sub is eliminated. Okay, let's do carpet bombing. I get 3 carpet bombs in London, 3 at 2. What do you know? I got 2 hits, a 1 and a 2. So I'm assuming that an infantry and a SP artillery will be eliminated with the carpet bombing. The bomber will fly back to London. Okay. Over here we have, let's do Convoy. Got my red dice. Now I gotta find the black dice. Black die. Red die, allies, black axes. Red allies, black axes. Red allies, 4 to 1. So that is 3 damage to the line right there by the sub. So the Japanese will lose $3. Okay, and let's do the Battle of Sea Zone 123. That's his bomber, plane, coastal sub, Anzac sub, taking on the 2 light cruisers. Okay, here's the bomber. Got an 8 miss. Here's the fighter. Hit with a 5. First strike sub. Should have done that first, but first strike sub at a 3. Missed. And first strike coastal sub at a 2. Missed. So we got 1 hit, so 1 coastal sub will die. Or coastal, no, light carrier will be, or light cruiser. So here's the 2 retaliation shots. Hit and a miss. So we take off 1, they take off 1. We lose the coastal sub. Okay, let's do the bomber. Here is the bomber at 7. 9, here's the fighter at 6. That is a 6, so the last cruiser is destroyed. Here's the 1 cruiser in retaliation. 4, so we'll lose the Anzac sub. So the fighters both will drop down into Borneo. And the both light cruisers are gone. Okay, that is the end of Sea Zone 123. All the ships are gone. Okay, Fighting Irish back. My phone died, so non-combat movements now. Flyers flew down to Borneo. That's non-combat. That guy stays. The coastal sub stays there. The 2 Gorkhas goes into Anatonka. The 2 infantry from Burma will move into Anatonka. Let's see, anything else over here? Okay, South Africa. The artillery will rail all the way up to Egypt. Okay. Non-combat. Light carrier. And the transport. 1, 2, 3. Back up to Sea Zone 24. Carrying the 2 guys from Gibraltar. They'll be dropped off in the British Midland. The carrier fleet. Or this fleet right here in Sea Zone 24. All of it will move into the English Channel. 1 destroyer from the Sea Zone 24 will go up to Sea Zone 11. And this plane will be dropped off in the British Midland. This seaplane will fly back to Canada. Okay. This coastal torpedo boat destroyer will go to Sea Zone 80. The destroyer in 80 will go to 81. Right there. So this one was Yugoslavian, is now British. And this one came from 80 to 81. Okay. In the homeland of the British themselves, this militia from the British Midland will walk north to northern England. They give them 2 militia there. Let's see, do I have any other non-combat moves? I believe that is it for the British Commonwealth. So let's place units and call it a day. Okay, one of the militia upgrades will be from Sydney to this guy. He is now an infantry. So in Sydney we have 3 infantry, a motorized, and a militia. Saving 3. They are at 4. So they should have 7. Anzac has 7 IPP now. Construction. This will be on C zone 85, 86 right there for the dry dock. Right there. The Marine will go into Calcutta. 2 Gorkas goes into Burma. 3 militia. 1 goes into Hong Kong. 1 goes into Formosa. And 1 will go into, where did I say? Let's put them in Borneo. I could be wrong, but let's put them there. Okay. And the upgrade for the militia will be let's say the Siam one will be upgraded. Okay, let's place units for these British. The light cruiser will go to C zone 11, sitting with the destroyer out there. The artillery will go to England or Egypt. The seaplane will go to South Africa. 2 more infantry for London. An AA for London. Another militia for London. I will chip that out after to get it close up. But in London, let me tell you what we have. Looks like 4 militia, 4 infantry, 1 marine, 1 paratrooper, 1 artillery, 1 AA, and 1 bomber. British Midland, you have a regular fighter, a jet fighter, and 2 infantry. The FEC is at 21. IPP, 2 for their bonus, so they're sitting at 23. The British is 27, plus their 5, so they sit at 32. So let's do the end of 10.4. Let's start 10.5. Here is the French turn. They don't get a tech roll. They don't do anything. They do have six. They will buy 2 infantry as their buys. They will buy 2 infantry. They have some movements here. Okay, right here. Transport. Destroyer. Battleship. Will all go to C Zone 53. 1, 2 to 53. Pick up this infantry in Tunisia. Drop them off in Syria. They claim Syria for the Free French. Okay, so we'll get a free flag for that one. And the other Free French will take off from Algeria and walk over and claim Morocco. And these 2 subs will clean up damage that this coastal sub from the British, who's been kicking Japanese convoying really quite well for being a coastal sub. They will try to get the last $2 from the Japanese right here on their line. Okay, let's rule them out. Okay, red, French, black, Japanese. Well, 3 to 1. That is the last. The 5. So the second sub don't need to roll at all. But that's all 5 Japanese dollars off this line. So they lose $5 on their convoy. Combination of the French and the British. These 2 jet fighters in non-combat will fly over to Cyprus. They will sit right there at that island, kind of helping out to their naval fleet. Okay, so that is all the combat that they have. They go up to, they're now at 7, and Germany goes down to 49. Okay, they place their 2 units in Algeria, and that is the end of the French turn. So this is how the chart looked. Since they saved $1, they spent the 6, so they went broke. They're at 7. British 27, FEC's 21, and Anzac still at 4. Anzac 7, because they saved 3. FEC's 23. They spent all theirs. British is up to 32 again, because they spent all theirs. And now the Free French has 7 because they wanted Syria and Morocco. And I believe that is the end of the 10.4 and 10.5. This is Fighting Irish turning over to Panzer J 10.6 for the Italian turn. Maybe they want to get into the ocean and then to start fighting. You never know. Fighting the Irish out. Thank you.